This 1 Degree Outside video is sponsored by the Topsfield Fair, America's oldest fair. You can pre-order your admission, meal, and ride tickets today at topsfieldfair.org and join the fun October 4th through 14th, conveniently located on Route 1, just off of Interstate 95.
Hi there, Matt Noyce, 1 Degree Outside Weather Network. You know, this is a fun one. This is our new photo segment. This is something I've always loved doing over the course of my career. Danielle loves it too. We get these beautiful photographs from all over New England. And then sometimes when you travel, you even send them in from other parts of the country, and we appreciate that so much. What it does is it tells a collective story, right? We have a shared experience. Those of us who love weather, who love nature, and who love New England have a shared experience and a shared story to tell. And one of the most effective ways that we hear your story is through your photographs. I am going to start out with the fall foliage, and then we're going to dive into your pictures. So hint, hint. If you take some fall foliage pictures over the next week, submit them. I'm going to show you at the end of the segment exactly how to do that if you don't already know. Let me make myself disappear very suddenly. There you go. Here is the fall foliage map. Why such a huge area of low color before you hit the moderate color in the mountains? It's the stress on the trees. You know, we were on target to have an amazing, brilliant burst of color, classic New England fall display, and then it got dry. It's been dry over the last several weeks. It's put stress on the trees, and now what that's going to do is drag the color out little by little. It's still going to be beautiful. It always is, but it's not going to be a brilliant, sudden explosion. So you'll probably find that moderate going over to high and peak color pretty soon across the mountains as we make that transition, just even in the next week, because those stressed trees are ready to turn. When you get into parts of southern New England, it's been a lot of those maples have been turning, even in the swamp. You've been seeing the swamp maples going over, and actually that's led to what has been high color in spots, but it's very small pockets. Rick's awesome. If you haven't seen Rick's photographs on a regular basis, you can head over to his Twitter feed. That's his Twitter name up there, Rick03907. Rick posts a sunrise photo every single day, and he has been for years, and I do mean years. Rick, it means a lot that you think of Danielle and I, and you include 1 Degree Outside on this footbridge morning shot. Great color, great texture in the sky. How about this one? This is more of a black and white, right? Well, it's not a black and white photo, but it could be. In the upper right corner, you can see that shadow over the moon. This was that partial lunar eclipse we had earlier in the week. Irish Eyes Photo 1. Grab this one, sent it along. Thank you, that lunar eclipse, because what you had was a little bit of a shadow of the Earth being cast onto the upper right corner of the moon there at 11:15 in the evening in Danvers, Massachusetts. Thanks for thinking of us and sharing that part of the story. How about this one? The white admiral butterfly. It's an admirable admiral, isn't it? John, I got to tell you, it's a great shot out of the Lakes region in Moultonboro. I don't know that I've always seen those little orange dots all over the white admiral. Maybe I haven't been paying attention, but that's absolutely gorgeous. I love the extra splash of color on that one. That is beautiful. Meanwhile, how about this one? Holderness School. Oh, boy. Yeah, not only have the leaves changed on this one, but actually, about half of them are gone, right? Caroline, the early glimpse of fall. Well, the good news, if you're not quite ready for that yet, as you look in the background, there's still plenty of green there. But nonetheless, a Holderness School, you're going to be seeing a pretty big progression in color here over the next week or so, particularly with that leaf stress that we talked about. And again, those maples have turned farther south, too. How about this one? Sun setting over the Ranch Golf Club in Southwick, Mass. Todd, I love this for a number of reasons. I love the texture. But Danielle and I also noticed those contrails, they're called, condensation trails. If you look on the left side of the photo, there's one that's new. See how it kind of looks like a little shooting star, a little meteor streak there? So that's actually plane exhaust. What happens is if you've got relative humidity almost enough to make a cloud, but it's missing one thing. It's missing enough dust particles, what we call condensation nuclei. Well, the plane engine goes by, the exhaust comes out of the plane, it throws dust into the atmosphere. If it's super dry, it doesn't make one of those condensation trails. But if it's just a little bit moist, then that's all the dust you needed. See, dust, normally gravity brings it out of the sky. But you put it back up there with plane exhaust, you get it. That far left side, you can see an old contrail kind of got pulled apart. Todd, beautiful shot. Thank you. Meanwhile, how about this one? Foggy morning along the Cape Cod Canal, Sagamore, Massachusetts. Carol, love it. This is kind of classic of this time of the year, right? And what happened here? We got a clash of air because we got the cool air that came in. It was cool and dry air that was still in place, and then all of a sudden we switched the wind. In comes a little bit of the remnant moisture of Francine. We've been telling you about that old tropical system, but it's a separate storm entirely. But nonetheless, you get that tropical air that was hitting the cooler air, and boom, you got the fog in Sagamore. Love it. Last one here, morning commute, leaving Vineyard Haven Harbor. Thank you for this one, Luke, and thank you also for saying that you miss me in the morning, but you don't have to miss me in the morning. See, that's the whole point of why we started this thing, right? You can come find me any morning you want. I'd be happy to see you every single morning at 1degreeoutside.com on the website. And, of course, you can head over to our app as well, and that's where you'll be able to watch all our videos too. I do want to bring in how to share your photos. Here it is. It's the 1 Degree Outside Community Gallery. Just go to onedegreeoutside.com, click the menu, click Community Gallery. All right? Well, if you click Submit Your Own, it'll go right down to the bottom of the page, and you can submit it right then and there. But in this case, what we're talking about are featured photos. You can see the featured photos that show up here, and as you scroll down, there's your archive, the newest photo in the upper left, the oldest one down in the lower right, multiple pages you can go back in time and look at as well. Submit your photos and reports right here. Now, I say and reports because you don't need a photo. You could just say, oh, big storm over us right now. But if you attach that photo, that's the easiest way to do it. Of course, you can find us also right on social media, can't you? A way to do that is easy. No matter which social media you're looking at, it's the number 1 Degree Outside. Thanks, everybody, for telling the New England story. Can't wait to share this again in a week. And again, I hope to have some of your fall foliage pictures to go along with it. Have a great rest of your day.